Hey Maximizers, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal. I am a strategic money coach and I help women make more money by creating a profitable business from scratch. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 5 mistakes I made when I first started my business. I first started Krys the Maximizer back in 2018 just as a YouTube channel. And in that first year, from August 2018 through August 2019, my very first year in business, I made some mistakes. So today I want to share my top 5 and how you can overcome these mistakes if these things start to happen within your business. So let's dig right on in. Mistake number 1 is trying to serve everyone. Everyone is not your ideal client. When you are serving everyone, you are literally serving no one. So the way to overcome this is to get specific about your ideal client. I literally started my YouTube channel thinking I want to help anyone and everyone who wants to learn how to coupon, how to save money, how to make money. I am here to help every single Tom, Dick, and Harry, for lack of better terms. And what I've learned that was a huge mistake. Because when you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. So when your goal is to have a business, you want to have an ideal client or ideal clients in mind. So getting clear on who you're talking to makes a difference. You will speak differently to your audience if your audience is 15-year-old girls and you're helping them through high school versus if you're talking to 45-year-old women who've been married for 5 years with kids and looking to navigate life. You speak very differently to those two types of audiences. So you really want to get clear on who your ideal client is. No one's saying that you can only help, 20-year-old women who are unmarried, right? You just have to get specific on the type of person, the group of people that you are speaking to. Because if your product is for everyone, it's literally for no one. Second huge mistake that I made is I did not have an email list until almost 9 months into having my YouTube channel, aka my business. And oh my goodness, I'm gonna say this probably later and I'm gonna say it a million times. You don't know what you don't know. So when I started my YouTube channel, I knew that eventually it was gonna grow into a business. But my biggest mistake was not starting my email list from day one. Now, why is an email list so important? In this world, it's 2023 when I'm recording this video. We do not own our social media. The only thing that we own are our websites and our email list. And if you have a text list of subscribers, you do not own your social media. So if YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook decided to close down today or tomorrow, there's no way for you to have a direct connection to your subscribers, to your followers, to your audience, unless you have them on your email or your text list. And that was a huge mistake because by this time I had maybe 16,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel and I only was connecting with them through YouTube. Had I started my email list, I could have probably had a few thousand people on my email list. And this is important because when you want to sell something, when you want to give something away, when you want to connect with that audience, if the only way to do that is through social media, you're at a huge disadvantage because we don't own it. So that was a huge mistake, but I didn't know that until I started talking to other business owners. So that was my second mistake, not having an email list a lot sooner. The third mistake I made, I said the email list might have been my biggest mistake, but this one might have been my biggest mistake. I literally had no plan for my business. Now, I am not the girl who feels like I need a 20-page business plan. I'm a huge planner. I have a plan for everything. But literally, I was at my wit's end at my job. I had closed down my other side hustle, which was a recruiting consulting business. I started this YouTube channel and I was just like, well, let's just see what happens. And looking back, if I had to start over, I would definitely have more of a plan. I am also the queen of start before you're ready. So there's a fine line between start before you're ready and having no daggone plan at all. So start before you're ready means you think you've got to have every single thing lined up and ready to go. The perfect day, the perfect time, the perfect amount of money. There's not going to be a perfect time. I'm saying start the business, but have a plan. A plan A, a plan B, a plan C, hell, a plan D, to make sure you know where you're going. I didn't have a plan for Krys the Maximizer. I didn't envision what it would look like. All I knew is that I wanted to help people with their money. YouTube was my main avenue for that. I wanted to sell courses. I wanted to do one-on-one classes. But outside of that, I really had no plan of action. So what I learned once I hired my business coach, I sat down and I made a plan for my business. Even if things didn't go as planned, I could always pivot to something else because I had a plan to begin with. So I wish I had started planning a lot better for the vision and the direction that I wanted my business to go in that first year. Mistake number 4 was not having guidance and getting help. In that first year, I was winging it. I was using YouTube videos. I had bought some courses in the past on running business, but I had no idea how to run an online business. I wish I would have hired a YouTube coach or a business coach a lot sooner. No, I literally hired my business coach after I had had my YouTube channel for about 14 months. I had sold my first course. I had had a monthly membership on Patreon. So I was making money, but I felt like I left a lot of money and opportunity on the table. Also not having a plan, not having anyone to truly fall back on and ask questions to. Like having my coach now, I can pop questions into Slack. I can show up to a live coaching call and get supported. Whereas back then, I really felt like I was on an island. I felt like I had connected with some other YouTubers, but connecting with people in the industry was not helping me with my overall business plan because I wanted this to be my main source of income. So not really having anyone to guide me and help me in that first year, I feel like that set me back. I feel like I could have done a lot more, but I didn't know what I didn't know. I wasn't aware of what I needed. You know how long it took me to realize I needed a thumbnail, or I needed to create searchable titles for my videos. I needed a full description box. These are all things I learned like fumbling my way through. So I wish I had started off with some sort of YouTube course, or this is how you start an online business course to help get me on the right path. So I wish I would have got guidance a lot earlier in my business. I'm very happy and proud of myself for hiring my coach, 3 months after I was full-time because I was in desperate need of it, but I realized I wish I would have got help a lot sooner. So investing in myself should have been more of a priority. But again, you don't know what you don't know. And mistake number 5, I didn't separate my money. At this point, I was making money from Google AdSense. I had a membership on Patreon, and I had sold my first course. I think by the time I sold my first course, I think I did have my business account because I filed for my LLC and I got my EIN. So I think I had my business account by the time I sold my course. But in those early days of like YouTube and my Patreon membership, my money was like commingled. Now, it wasn't that big of a deal because I hadn't made so much money from my business. But in the grand scheme of things, when you're starting a business, you want to make sure that your personal income and your business income are separated, like just for tax purposes and bookkeeping purposes. So I wish I would have maintained a better division of money. And it wasn't until the beginning of 2020 that I really took, had my business bank account, my personal bank account, and I came up with a system for paying myself and paying my business bills and paying my team members, because it was a hot mess a little bit before that, just trying to keep everything separated. So I wish I would have separated my money a whole lot sooner. Those are the 5 mistakes I made in my first year of business. I would love to know if you are a business owner and what are any big mistakes that you feel like you made when you first started that you were like, if I start over, I'm definitely doing that different. I would love to know down in the comments what that is for you. And if you are someone who aspires to start a business and you're ready to get that support, that help, that guidance to take your idea and turn it into a profitable business, I would love to chat with you. There's a link in the description box for us to get a free sales call to chat about what it would look like to work together to take your idea and turn it into a profitable business to help you make consistent money every single month. I cannot wait to chat with you. I'm super duper excited to help you make this money and start your business. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.